Okay, so I am a former TDS player. I stopped playing around whatever. I stopped playing around Krampus's Revenge was when I stopped playing the game as much. I did check reworks on the main modes. Haven't found interest in the events or the storyline, especially on EXO. Um, I played every single Roblox event just to come back into the game for fun. Um, but yeah, I'm not really tuned into this game that much. I want to see what this guy's to say about it. Because I completely agree. I completely agree that
Video games. You love them. You hate them. But in 2025, the gaming scene is at a particular stage.
Anomali mengerikan yang hanya keluar pada sahur.
And Roblox with its many experiences can't stop to amaze people. But in a world filled with the bad, there is also the good.
I think Forsaken has lots of flaws. Skins, like, don't get me wrong, I like it when they do reference skins that are high quality. Like, high quality reference skins are really, really good. Like Annihilation, Upcoming Admin, I like those kinds of ones. But when it's low effort slop, that's just some pointless ass collab, I kind of hate it. Unless it's IO, I like IO. But other than that, I do think that the game's kind of poorly made. It was made by Soul, but who knows? Maybe this update might fix like half my gripes with the game. Maybe balancing wise. I really hate 7 on 7 and Noob. I think there's like really lacking that he reworks.
And then there's also the in-betweens. Yeah, that's
I kind of agree with that.
TDS.
Honestly.
The game is in a very
I don't
weird
really see like I don't play regarding, but I don't see it as bad because it has brought so much to this platform. Like sure, it's quote unquote slop, but it's brought so much to the platform.
spot. It's not even a surprise that TDS updates aren't good anymore. Alter Ego.
From what I recall from when I checked a video, Assassin is just a knockoff version of Slasher. I could be completely wrong, but that's what I remember.
A game using the asymmetric core game formula and inspired by Forsaken has taken full priority, and the project is now puppeteering TDS to failure. And Free is now puppeteering TDS to.
Okay, you know, I was gonna say this about Alter Ego. From what I understand, the egos are actually alter egos of the normal survivors. I could be wrong. I played this a couple of times. I thought the game was meh. It has a lot of gripes with the game that I don't think are good, but it's still very easy to be improved upon.
To failure. And free updates. These mark the breaking point for TDS, the beginning of the end.
Alright.
These let you predict the future.
Alright, here, let's predict. Whatever the frick that one skill tree, that skill tree was a nightmare. PvP, probably this PvP update, just anything related to PvP really. I really hated the Molten rework. I think that, sure, they were getting the things on theme, but that theme is just completely ass. Because I think that, like, Molten's fire and shit, right? And then they just become these red SCP Flesh That Hates 939 ass motherfuckers that don't even look like Molten. And the Molten boss got slandered, like, he got downgraded so hard.
TDS, a future that. So here are the good, the bad, and the ugly, the main problems that developers refuse to fix, and how everything pieces together the harsh reality about the game.
An hour and a half, bro.
This is the most advanced fleece ever invented.
A 15-minute Forsaken video about how 1x's ass became like a 40-minute, bro. That was horrible.
Before I get into it, I'd like to thank Cliche for helping me get all the free cam footage you're about to see. So please just go to his channel after watching my video and show some support.
Okay. Let's see. Have you seen any of these?
Subscribe to his channel means a lot, so I'd appreciate if y'all would subscribe to him, especially if you like this video. Alright, now let's get back into the video. The updates I'll go over are the game modifiers and trials update, the takeover event, and the bug fixes and improvement. The game modifiers and trials update, the takeover event, and the bug fixes and improvements update. These are the exact updates that have captured the game.
I find it interesting that he doesn't include skill tree or PvP mode.
At its lowest recently.
They're at 5K? Dude, hold on, wait. Tower defense simulator. There's no way. Okay, they're at 70K right now. Hold on, wait. I got to convert to TDX. TDX is 10K. Oh my lord, that's insane. That's insane. Yeah, no, I
I'll
think they
first
followed
go
up.
over the
And there are
game
also other
modifiers and
Halloween
trials
events that are doing
update,
well.
cause it's apparently a long-awaited feature. Like, holy
Huh?
bro! Everyone and their fucking cats were waiting for this feature, and it's actually.
I wasn't waiting for this. I was waiting for the 200 plus skin concepts that finally got added.
Actually,
Also, we've only had like what one pursuit skin, and that was just for this Halloween event. From what I saw on the what you call it? I checked the skin video for the passes. I think their passes are worse than TDX. I'm just gonna compare it. Having to spend money for another pass like this shit is Clash fucking Royale or Fortnite is just not good.
Really good. Only as a concept. So the update was supposed to be about the new Tesla tower, but got pushed back by a lot because it didn't meet their standards of striving to provide players with the highest quality content when the game strives for quantity over quality.
I completely agree. I think the old updates, like sure, they didn't produce much back then when there were 6 updates, but there being an update every week really demotivated me to play the game. Because you would just constantly be going back and going back and going back and going back and doing the same cycle of, let's go play Fallen with this new tower and see how it works. Or just any of that just did not feel fun.
But now we have game modifiers and trials update, one where they...
Like, the thing is, I think grinding is fine in some games. Like, I hated my TDX grind to get the golden towers. That was potentially the worst thing like grinds I've ever had. But they made it easier now with Tower Battles rerun, giving you like so much fucking gold. But I think that easily the biggest issue with TDS is just the replayability, really. Because sure they have sandbox mode, but that's like if you don't spend like the 6K for or whatever, I think it's 7,000. If you don't spend all that money, you're just gonna get a shittier version of it.
Had around 3 weeks to prepare for a feature that already needs many updates to be fixed. Here's how things work. Challenge trials are the replacement of weekly challenges. Okay. They no longer use the old Fallen mode wave structure, but a custom one with enemies taken from easy and casual modes.
Is this PvP? Oh wait. Sorry.
Here's how things work. Challenge trials are the replacement of weekly challenges. They no longer use the old Fallen mode wave structure, but a custom one with enemies taken from easy and
Okay, so I would get changed to the old Fallen wave structure because they don't want to like be using the really old one, even though I thought it was okay for a little bit. I'm happy they actually introduced flying enemies because like I completely forgot that was a thing because I never touch hardcore. But yeah, I think that fucking using isn't that guy from the tutorial though? What happened to Gravedigger? Wait, what happened to Gravedigger? Hold up, wait. Wave 30 casual. Sorry, hold up, wait. Okay, so there's easy, intermediate. Okay, so they also have that one. Okay, yeah, so they have all of these in casual mode apparently. So, here I'm just gonna pause the video, just go over the current modes I like so far. Gold mode I never got to play. I never got to play. I liked hard mode. I liked hardcore mode back, like when it became finally beatable because of the spirit bug or whatever. That was John video on that. Casual mode I have not played. I did not like the easy mode rework when I had Gravedigger. I did not. I liked the fall mode rework a lot. I think it was really good. Intermediate mode was alright. It was kind of like a mix of Polluted Wastelands and fucking normal mode. I hated the multi-mode rework. They half of the enemies look like fucking SCP-610. Fallen mode Legacy I think is like good. Molten mode I just like the theming on the later Molten enemies. Even though there's a select few, same with Fallen. I just feel like they had a way better theme. Also, Templar real quick. Let's just go to Templar. This is the Warden from fucking Minecraft. This should not be called Templar. Whatever. Champion Templar or whoever that is like I think it's Champion. Yeah, Champion Templar. This should just be called Templar, bro. And he should just keep a gun. Like, I'm sorry if I'm hating, but I really liked Templar's theming, and they fucking made him into a Minecraft character, bro. Like, I get that being in Polluted Wastelands in PW2, but They put it into Fallen also. Like, this used to be a PW2 enemy, which I don't understand why now. But yeah, that's my main gripe.
Then the final boss from PvP Champion Templar.
400k, okay.
These challenges...
Also, I understand why they removed that one Void Reaver back in the day, but I think that having 2 of them was such a stressful ass encounter. Like, sure, he now has the same amount of health as 2 combined, but I think that was way more stressful when there was 2.
Trials change every 3 hours from one modifier to another on specific maps. And if you beat the trials, you receive Fallen Mode rewards that are multiplied by the value of the modifier that also comes together with the other rewards.
Okay.
There are 13 different mods.
Oh yeah, for the Fallen like reskins like Pizza Party, I think Pizza Party the buff version way harder. I like it. It just makes Warden and getting Lost Souls basically impossible. Cowboy rework is easier. Cowboy's easier to get, like especially Click Draw. I like that one. Polluted Wasteland 2 is way harder. I especially like that one because it's actually hard. So yeah, that's basically everything about that.
But all have their own multiplier values, and apparently modifiers can be used only in the 5 main game modes. It's supposed
Hardcore. Well, I kind of get hardcore, but still.
to work on.
Cause when did hardcore release again? 2020, I think. TDS hardcore release. Let me see. Yeah, 2020. It's a 5-year-old game mode, meant for 5-year-old towers. And basically everything in the game's got reworked, like almost everything from them. So,
lobby, which means hardcore 5 main game modes and even unranked PvP. The reason modifiers weren't in hardcore is because some modifiers didn't work. I don't think most people knew which modifiers didn't work, but my guess is that inflation and broke, 2 modifiers that affect economy, 2 that shouldn't work with the old system that hardcore used, a flawed system that caused units from military base and mercenary base to give you 2 times, maybe even 3 times the cash from collision damage. So that's why a port to the new system was necessary. But
hungry for more, burger lovers? Put your hands together for O'Charlie's new half-pound.
God, this update had developers be clueless. You can really tell how rushed this update was. On the first day of the update, they decided not to have skill trees usable in trials, but then they added it in the first trial at one point.
I think that skill trees were easily the worst thing this game added. Because it's a nightmare for balancing. You can try to change my mind, but it is a nightmare for balancing.
Then, when the next trial appeared, skill trees were gone, again, until later when they were added back. And now skill trees are permanently on. Things just don't make sense, from how difficult it is to obtain committed modifier, to how easy it is, in comparison, to get exploding enemies. One requires very complicated strategizing, the other can be done solo.
Also, one gripe is that what a champion accelerator, I don't care about the badge for the hacker one. I think that's completely valid to make it, like, rare for people who did shit like that. Like, what's it called? Roblox Battles did that. Like, they had, like, a golden variants of shit. But there should also be other variants for people who just got the hit wave. One gripe I have about this, one gripe I have about the Champion Accelerator skin, because I see Champion Templar, I'm thinking about it, is they removed win trading, which still, like, there's that one video, win trading TDS Accelerator by that one guy. I forgot his name. Whatever, I can't find his Wikia. He would I can't find the video, but he would trade for like over an hour and he couldn't like do it. Fuck, I lost the video. Fuck, I lost the video. Get me in my history. Get me in my history.
Open up. It's time for your mandatory parkour check.
No! No! I don't want to watch that.
Video games.
No, give me back to where I was. Where was I? I don't even know where I was, bro. I was like right here. I was like right here. Bro, I'm only 5. My sister.
Butchered, or at least the modifier effects are unbalanced. Like a few broken modifiers, even worse performance problems where the game is internally breaking. Okay. Got it. The TDS devs barely have time to work on releasing Alter Ego and updating TDS. It's the last thing to care about this shitty event that was.
You should not join a Roblox event if you don't have time. Okay? I think that games like Untitled Tag Game, every time they've been an event, has made the best shit I've seen like on their story mode shit. Like the one they did recently and the Hunted secret version, that was the best. That was like the gospel. Pressure, every single event has done really good. Like even the Raveyard, which I think was ass, but they had to make it easy and then they gigabuffed it like a while later. That was still really good, even though they could use that. What else? That one time TDX was the event while working on Nightmare, and the Halloween event was good. I think the slide mechanic was just a better version of breakers.
At least in school days of all release dates. Despite that, TDS still took part in the event. And with that, we got a new map. It's a new map. It's just a new map. It's only a map. There's nothing. The devs didn't make new enemies. It was just 4 difficulties that represent easy, intermediate, molten, and fallen mode. You couldn't even solo it. You were forced in a quad game. Like, it literally felt like you were playing quad normally on a new map. The only addition is that you couldn't. It's only a map. There's nothing. The devs didn't make new enemies. It was just 4 difficulties that represent easy, intermediate, molten, and fallen mode. You couldn't even solo.
Why join an event if you do this? Like, if I compare this to TDX's event, I'd be sure I like TDX a lot more now because of the style and shit. But it's way better, bro.
You were forced in a quad game. Like, it literally felt like you were playing.
If you think that this was better than TDX, you're just being a denier.
Quad normally on a new map. The only addition is that you could choose between 3 other loadouts other than your own, and that you also had jail.
Oh no, wait, no, they did this for TDX. I can't make a TDX. They copy TDX joke. I can't make that.
On the last TDS mission.
Besides, I don't care if they copy them or not. It's like hard to be creative because they're both friends. So.
Why? If you place a tower from within your loadout on any wave, after 5 waves it will be jailed for 1 wave. Something that can be removed if you just lose and restart from a previous wave. Because of course there were game-breaking bugs in that event. It was boring, it was easy, it was laggy, and it was buggy. It was a nothing burger. There was no new tower, no nothing. And just as it was added, it's already gone. If you can't see it, it's not there. And now, what I like to believe is the most underrated update out there, the bug fixes and improvements update. It didn't exactly change or add much to the game, it was just an overall good update compared to the rest, despite being a small update. I class it as the ugly update because it kinda is, with how it was presented, but to me personally, at the very least, is how basic updates should have looked like. Firstly, we got a new map rework. I could just glance over and move on to talk about something else, but I have something y'all might want to listen to. The map is, I think, around 4 to 5 years old, so I guess that's a good reason to rework it, but not necessary in this time period. The new look, the map is, I think, a new map rework, 5 years old, so I guess that's a good reason
I don't really remember this map.
to rework it, but not necessary in this time period. The new look is amazing, the lighting is very sweet, and it's well made. It creates a very nice atmosphere, and mystery too.
I think the map makers are easily the best thing that this game has. The map makers, the voice actors are really good. I just think that the storyline has gotten really confusing to me. EXO, if we beat EXO here on this event, I'm just genuinely not touching TDX again. Like I'm semi-playing this event, and if we beat EXO on this event, like if he's defeated, that's gonna be the worst thing I've seen in a tower defense story. Like I think that. Like, I've never seen a tower defense game do this. You should have a forced loss to show how strong they are. Like, I hate comparing, and I love it at the same time. But TDX Nightmare Mode has it so that Xenon could have made the Emperor kill you at any time. But no, she just wants to weaken you for the Calamity. But you still beat them, and there's gonna be the Halloween event, which is probably gonna be like a worse version.
You see a never-ending row of pillars extending far within the mist. You just have to wonder what this whole megastructure is.
Because the Emperor could have easily just defeated us when they go into our base, but no, that Xenon uses the time travel ability. So.
Then how did all the playable area come to be? It makes players wander off and connect with the map, even if it's for a brief moment. I had a good first impression with it. I like it, but why are the bridges a side character? After all, it's named Dusty Bridges or Dusty Bridge. The developers make a typo or have done the bridges a side character. After all, it's named Dusty Bridges, or Dusty Bridge. The developers make a typo or have done it on purpose. Is this megastructure supposed to be the longest and most useless bridge ever? It's unclear. Whatever, but even when visually a map is done right, it all doesn't matter. The game's maps are underutilized. There's no reason to play Dusty Bridges, or Lighthouse, or Sacred Mountains, or Enhanced Forest, or other good-looking maps. You only rarely get to play them when you're forced by challenge trials or mission quests, and I find this myth.
I only played Cyber City for like the challenges, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's the biggest issue with this game, is that there's no necessity to play any good-looking map. Because you could just play, like, fucking Crossroads, or that one map with the loops that I see fucking Corso be in all his videos.
Very cheap and boring. You get to play very boring games just to complete a repetitive
that one community map that's, like, also really easy.
Challenge trial that sometimes doesn't even reward you with a good modifier to use. Something that is no different from how boring weekly challenges used to be that wasn't always appreciated. With a good modifier to use. Something that is no different from how boring weekly challenges...
Fallen Visual is just 5 years old? Oh my lord. I think the biggest flaw with Old Fallen was probably the enemies. That's the biggest issue. I mean, sure, mysteries were a huge issue. Like, especially mystery bosses giving the shittiest RG. Like, we're talking about like 2 tanks or some shit, if I remember. And then, I think that breakers, they shouldn't have been made, like, I think the game Smart is good, but, like, I don't think it works that well in this kind of game. Like, the way they were doing it is how it would be big health, and then when they die, they would break, into just way faster versions. I forgot how TDX did their event, but I think that was just a way better version of Breakers.
It just used to be that wasn't always appreciated.
It's because they hit speed up like 500 fucking times. What the hell is this? Oh yes, please put it inside that hole.
Roblox is way more fun when you have Robux.
Bro, I'm not gonna
but
take your
Robux
freaking
costs
like
money.
Or one
scam.
task out of the many other boring tasks from a mission quest. To me, maps should play a bigger role than just preference and aesthetics. They shouldn't just be thrown in a game while there are only a few maps that people care to play. Nobody will want to play a random map over playing the easiest or the best speedrun maps.
I genuinely have not played like probably 80% of the newer maps in this game because I only check like 5 maps when I'm playing for looking at rework content. Because no offense, but if there's a like, I'm not saying they're bad, but when there's a really simple map that I can just get wins on, there's no reason to try any other map.
The game has to offer. There's no significant reward bonus for playing harder maps. There's nothing the game rewards you for playing different.
Like insane maps. Like I would think that I don't know if they added it, but the 2 bosses spawning on both lanes concept, like duplicates, that would be hard as hell. But I don't think they did it. I have no clue.
So no reward, no reason. Besides that, maps should also have character, a gimmick, or just a better reason to fit in the game. They should not only be distinct through visuals, but also gameplay. And the game has such maps, except they all share the same trait. It makes the game easier. From Honey Valley, Crossroads, Wreck Battlefield 1 and 2, to Summer Castle, Fungi Island, and Coral Deep. Then what's the point of other maps? Dusty Bridges barely has any distinct features. It only stands out visually, then barely makes an impact in its gameplay with its placement limitations and spread out path layout. It's just another map thrown into the pile. But again, if there's no real reason to play these maps, even a unique map like Derelict Outpost wouldn't get many players.
I completely agree with this take. I completely agree with this take.
Why the fuck is Dusty Bridges the face of this update? Like, bro, nobody cares.
Like, so if that's the one where they reworked Medicaid turret, why are they not
It's sad. We'll never know when maps will finally be utilized properly. But until then, we have Below catching the most unnoticed issues in the game. Like, did you know this map had a water issue? I didn't, but Below did. Thank you, Below. Thank you, Below, for fixing it. The game is saved.
Yeah, thank you for fixing this below natural. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Second change, reworked endgame stream. To be honest, it's good. It looks nice, it displays all the necessary information after a game. Ads and the VIP Game Pass are displayed very well.
Coins.
Non-intrusively, but best of all, here comes the reason why I praise this update so much. You can now play again after winning! Okay, this isn't really that great, but it's a good quality of life addition to the game. Okay, so this is the best change. When losing and restarting, you no longer have to sit for 19 seconds anymore!
No way!
I really don't know why it took developers months to realize how bad of an idea it was to force players to wait 19 seconds after each restart. But at least it's finally gone. And that's
I like TDXs where you just you're allowed to wait and replace all your towers for a minute and a half, or if you're like having units, you can wait for them to all get closer. But you could always skip at any time to just start it back up.
The only perfect thing about this update. I have nothing bad to say about it, but it wouldn't be a TDS update without issues. On day 1, the UI was broken on mobile. It was fixed.
The improvements update, the bug fixes and improvements.
The very next day, which is great. The level bar doesn't work at all, and after restarting, it's unplayable. Why? Do you see this? Do you see the minuscule red dot on screen? Yeah, well, you cannot unsee it now. Thank me later.
Oh wait, if this guy's level 700, then I think that his points are kind of more valid. I think his points are kind of more valid.
That's all. Usually new features and changes bring more issues than fixes, but this one is nearly perfect. Only a few visual bugs that don't even matter, then it's perfect.
If that's him, then yeah, I can wait.
Third changes, bug fixes and improvements, the name of the update. The first improvement... So the second improvement, where you can't even read the changes, bug fixes and improvements, the name of the update. The first improvement...
I don't know, I never played Troy, but same with TDX. I always saw videos on both of them. Yeah, I completely agree with this. So
the second improvement, where you can't even read the changes properly.
You know what I think would be I'm not sure if this would be a good idea, but for a tower defense game, you get to choose your 2 starting units. Two starting towers. Okay? Like fucking Pokemon. Like, either you get like their whole like shit, and they would only be like beginner level towers. Like in this game, you could choose between Scout, Shotgunner, Sniper, I think that's his name. And I don't want to say Soldier, because Soldier is basically just a better version of Scout. But like, whatever. Hunter maybe. You could choose all those. The TDX would be like Shotgunner, Ranger, Missile Trooper, the operator, but yeah, you would get to choose.
The UI, they just added common sense to Mission Quest. Good job. You now actually have to pay for skins instead of getting both paid and a skin for doing the most boring stuff in TDS. Can I just say that? Yes, I love being intermediate, Molten, and Fallen Mode twice, or dealing...
Yeah.
just say that, yes, I love beating intermediate
I think that the quests are very shitty.
Molten and Fallen mode twice, or dealing 1.5 million damage, or use an ability 100 times.
Or beating hardcore, or beating Polluted Wastelands with Blake.
Disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
So, before, at the very least in my case, I would complete mission quests for 3 reasons. Number 1, extra points. Number 2, this skin. Number 3, Number 1, again, I don't care about the skin. Now that the number 1 reason is gone, I'm never going to ever do any mission quests for any random skin anymore. So, because of how boring and useless mission quests are, now that you get less rewards out of them, you have no reason
What?
to ever do any mission quests for any random skin anymore. So, because of how boring...
Defeats 1,000 enemies with the Ranger. Deal 1 million damage in Battle as 2. Try Battle as 2 with the Ranger. The Rice. What? What? Dude. Okay, I can see that these two... Well, actually, wait, no, don't you have to, like, complete this one to go to the lobby, then be able to do that one, and then be able to do that one?
Mission quests are, now that you get less rewards out of them, you have no reason to complete them unless you want a skin really badly or Firework Technician because of a broken combo that isn't fixed yet, Shotgunner and 5 of them. You have no reason to complete them unless you want a skin really badly or Firework Technician because
I do need to get Firework
of a broken combo that isn't fixed yet, Shotgunner and Firework Technician. But for some reason you can't get the tower anymore, even though it was obtainable for so long past the 1st of July, and since challenge trials and modifiers, it's gone.
Okay.
Mr. Boots.
It's okay. I'll just grab the backup sticks.
Backup sticks? How do you afford that, moneybags?
The lowest prices of any national grocery store.
Well, fair enough.
It's an Aldi thing.
Why do I have to get so many ads, bro? I know you're trying to make run for this video, but still.
But wait, I would have liked this change if we lived in a different universe. Like, why would I care? No. Why would anyone care about 2 mission fixes when mission quests are this bad? Except for some people, I think. But besides the mission quest slob, we actually have a few good improvements. Like Necromancer targeting fix. It's great. I never used this tower. And a game restart fix, a bug I never even noticed. I had to sit for 19 seconds doing nothing. Why would I use restart when it's faster to just rejoin the game? But okay, this is a great fix. Having an instant restart, then not working from Medic? Well, everyone would have hated developers for it. So it should be appreciated that they fixed it, but already that's where the good improvements end. However, there are 2 shadow fixes unlisted which were really necessary. A medic bug that I'll talk about in a different video that would make you invincible, and an assassin fix where when given flying detection from medic ability, UAV, or Firework Technician, it would either not see the enemies or hit them but do 0 damage. And it's kind of strange. It's clear these bugs were really important for the game, yet not announced. Now, shadow update means it's an unannounced update or change, and for some reasons I can't explain, developers keep shying away from letting people know about these important changes and fixes. Tower buffs and nerfs aren't always listed, yet there are unnoticed buffs towards Snowballer, or even bug fixes, just like assassins and medics fixes, that feel should have been announced. Now, don't get me wrong, shadow updates are usually fun, but now when their frequency is excessive. These updates are one of the reasons this video took so long to make. I would have to update my script constantly, almost every day in the span of an entire week. And in terms of all the features and changes this update had added, it's the best basic update they have ever made in years, potentially, or at least recently. It is to change first. It's like trying to carve a statue, but you start with the details, rather than getting the shape down first. I do understand that some updates could feel underwhelming, and additions like these add more depth to each update to feel more packed, but it clearly doesn't work out anymore, because it just has to face it for the sake of content. It almost feels like ever since 2021, when the game was mainly criticized for lacking content, developers took that idea too far, ending up submerged in an entire body of sewage water where it's all
Yes, I completely agree with this. I think that getting a content update every month, bi-weekly, would be better than weekly. Like, the issue with the weekly in a game like this is constant just replaying the same shit over and over again just to see how the tower works. Like, that's the issue in a game like this, or if TDX had weekly updates, that'd just be way worse. Or, the only reason I think that maybe, like, Battlegrounds games can go weekly and bi-weekly is because it's not like you're meeting new people every time, and it's more or less unique when there's new add-ons to shit.
Unpolished content. And now, for the most crucial part of this video, balancing. Most updates never get this part right. Like, come on now, just take a look at Assassin. So it used to be better than all melee towers, higher direct DPS than Minigunner.
What? What?
And better crowd control than most towers, all while being an intermediate tower worth 800 points.
What?
Who the f balanced that? And now it's finally nerfed. And it would be a decent tower if only a Shotgunner did not exist. Like, why? Why the f does the game have 2 towers that nearly function the same? What's even the point of Assassin if Shotgunner has lead detection in addition?
Yeah, I agree.
Better cost efficiency for only 200 more coins. Even if Assassin has higher DPS than Shotgunner, it's still not better than it. Huh, new Evergreen Tower my ass. It shouldn't exist. The most useless tower in the game right now. Like, just use Shotgunner at this point. It's dumb to think that this isn't the only tower that is useless. But to be honest, we all misinterpret what is going on with balancing right now. What's been happening lately is that slowly but surely, all towers begin to have a purpose in their own unique situations. The entire roster will not include useless towers anymore. It is clear that the QA team is trying their best to make that happen. It's just that some rebound.
I don't think that every tower should be having a purpose. Like, you shouldn't be able to go with a beginner or whatever, just like a beginner tower, and just dominate like a fallen match or something just because they want to make it have a purpose.
Don't always work out, but others do. Take for example Commando. After its buff, can now be used as a proper mid to late game tower that can do extremely well, or at least is now a fun tower to use. Same goes for Engineer, but the main underlying problem is power creep. You see, after the Engineer buff, it became balanced when compared to other towers, where it is now very good for solo games rather than being completely useless. But it's now way too strong for game modes. So what happens if you use Engineer in solo hardcore? Nothing happens. But then what if you use it with the best towers in the game, excluding event towers, meaning no Swarmer, fa Swarmer? Nothing happens. That's because there's no real best tower in the game. So what about a loadout with the highest DPS possible, no matter the range? Nothing happens. But if you take that loadout, not on Crossroads, but on Wreck Battlefield 2, nothing happens. Because you didn't like, comment, subscribe, share, and watch the whole video!
Show yourself!
You see, using that loadout, an Engineer level 2 would do early game, the mercenary bases with ride cars would turn early to mid game into a joke and a boring winning game. Then, after waking up, getting all Engineers maxed out for lead balloons, all buffed by 2 medics would, which leads to doing whatever you want. So, the late game is just a setup building experience, trying to fit all towers in a mercenary base's range, and placing one stun bait to bait the stuns of stun enemies that get baited so that... Well, I think you guys get it. The stronger towers get, the easier beating game modes becomes. With less difficulty also comes less strategizing and just more boring and unfulfilling games. And it's most apparent when it comes to hardcore. Like, solo hardcore, as a challenge, is dead. It's not hard at all anymore. There's barely any strategy involved in being dead. It literally was one of the most notorious and greatest achievements in TDS history. All that for it to become a joke. Literally, the hardest part is placing towers. But again, that's only the easiest and simplest strategy, but there is more. You can only slightly make it harder with level 50 towers. Yes, level 50 towers. Get a bit lucky and still be able to win, no problem. It was meant to be the hardest game mode in the game, but has been dethroned by Polluted Wastelands 2 and maybe even Hidden Wave, not for the right reasons. To put it simply, the game mode needs a rework and has lost its identity, no longer having anything hard in it. And after that moment, there hasn't been a single game mode that was able to capture the same challenging experience. In fact, the issue isn't tower buffs or nerfs. Despite the developers and or QA team's controversial decision to not balance towers around current game modes, as it appears to be the case, the situation calls for a different approach. As I stated, all towers will soon have a reason to be used, and that is what matters more. Instead, game modes themselves should be rebalanced. There are so many towers with unique traits and abilities that never get to be used because of the game modes not giving them a proper test. As it is right now, you can beat the entirety of the main game solo, including Polluted Wastelands 2, Hidden Wave, getting Quick Draw Badge, and even beating Lost Souls. It's a good thing because you shouldn't be bound to only play in multiplayer, but a bad thing because there is still a demand to play multiplayer in most cases, and as it is right now, it's...
Adding new generation is more than just a project. It's meaningful to me, knowing
horrible. And it's probably out of my reach to know or understand what would have to be done about this, but I still have an idea. The game is very easy to beat. If you can solo it, playing in duo, trio, or even quad teams should make it infinitely easier, right? No. The game doesn't give players anything to work off of. There's a tutorial that only teaches you how to place, upgrade, and sell towers, and also a few strategy elements.
Yeah, there should be... Wait.
It's like single target, crowd control, and special types of enemy detections like hidden detection, but nothing else. Then the player has nothing. And I suppose, well, you just play the game and that's how you get better, right? You can't. The game lacks the elements to make players understand how they would have to play the game.
What I think that a game like this in TDX could improve from is by like, I don't really play Die Death. I played it like one time. They have skins and it shows what the skins change. Okay? Like when you hover, like click on the skin or whatever. So you can see what it does before buying it. What they should do is they should, while showing, like having the upgrades displayed or whatever, or like that's what TDX does, they show what the upgrades are. They should have a video for like a small little snippet of what they do for each upgrade or ability. That would benefit the game a lot more. Like think Clash Royale, how they have like a little clip of what the card does.
Now, I won't dive too deep in this topic because I'm now well accustomed with what would have to be done about this, especially that maybe the only means of learning the game might just be through trial and error, where you learn from losing. But I do have other factors that just ruin the experience for everyone. 1,000 bugs and glitches in the game, crazy performance problems that would probably make it impossible for mobile players to play the game, constant changes to towers that is probably impossible for...
Because like what I like about the Clash Royale card thing is that it shows what it's good at and what it struggles against before like using it, so you can see, oh, will this fit into my deck or not?
The average player to keep up and understand everything, proved by the type of content Corso, as well as others, used to make after each update. And just a constantly evolving complexity that layers up to the point you could have something like Duo Pizza Party Speedrun, Coin Grind, NSD level 25, no skill tree, no consumables, all modifiers, no micro, no RNG, free steps, 100% consistency, and beginner friendly, and can also be done on 5 FPS. Like, that's something a strategy could say. Of course, players need help, and the only help is from third-party apps. Whether it is from Discord, friends, the whole motherload of strategy documents, video guides, and even a special place that I just gotta give all the things in the world for existing and being so useful, the game's wiki page. My main method of how I got better at the game. Like, even if the game has something that helps, like Commander's lines, almost nobody will ever read what Commander has to say, and like...
I completely agree with that. Like, The old commander was so funny.
No offense to the voice actor, but I can't listen.
He throws like crazy or some shit in the big leagues. They were just like throw a while ago. Same thing for Advisor, although I think Advisor is slightly better tip wise. Because
do this with a straight face and take all that information
on what's gonna happen. Like in TDX, they're like next wave there's gonna be armored enemies, so get armor like bulletproof shit. Or they're like next wave's gonna be hidden, so get hidden detection. So like I advise you getting hidden detection early or something. Like
so getting back to how all this
compared to that, I don't remember how Fallen or any other mode works, but I think the voice lines are pretty good.
This plays out in multiplayer. Nobody knows how to play the game. There's no way for players to know how to work together as a team, form good loadouts, and come out with a proper plan. There are 3 ways to play multiplayer. You queue up using the matchmaking system, which is just hell. You get a team that barely knows what they're doing, or a team that doesn't know it.
Like it matches people with similar levels as you, and then it says that. Okay, that's what it's supposed to do. And then it matches you with like some level 20. Level 20.
Anything and doesn't even communicate. Something that might become worse when Roblox will start banning communication for users under a specific age. Or even worse, where they straight up leave and make it way too hard to even get to play. Then, if you use a place like PartyQ from the official TDS Discord server, where you would use Discord as a means to communicate and plan things out, one of the players would have to post as the leader and guide the others. That's assuming the PartyQ players don't want to rely on a strategy document. But even then, there are problems when it comes to players following this strategy, where it's still possible for them to fail. The only way in my eyes to succeed in this game without third-party help is to at least have a leader that knows how to composite proper loadouts and lead his teammates with an easy-to-use strategy that can only be developed through a few games, while praying other teammates would listen to the leader. But getting that one leader is just nearly impossible if learning the game requires so much input from third-party help. It's probably the main reason why towers just have to be overbuffed so much, and why the game is slowly losing the idea of being a strategy game. The only strategy involved is knowing which expensive tower would do everything for the team. Skill consists of
like, dude, I like how I'm gonna say this about these kinds of games. It is not strategy to do a strategy document. The strategy is doing it yourself, stratless, because a strategy, that's not your strategy. That's just using someone else's free brain dead formula to win a mode. That's not a strategy. A strategy in this game would be going in, no strategy document, and beating the game normally with not really trial and error, but still you can just beat the game normally.
Using the right towers, not knowing how to use them. An idea that applies to all the casual players. Though it's only the right thing. It's more fun for the average player to win games like this. If it was to require proper strategizing without knowing how to get to that winning strategy, there's no point in making the game hard like that. And as long as the game lacks the proper guidance for players, power creep will remain.
That's good. You know, power creep. I wonder the TDX community is going to be in shambles after Vicious X got banned.
That would be the idea. Except it appears TDS developers don't even know where they want to go. I'm assuming they want to keep some of the old player base that appreciated how challenging the game used to be. They try to give dedicated players ways to keep playing the game to challenge themselves, ways like soloing Polluted Wastelands 2 for a secret achievement, or being the entire main game. They try to give dedicated players ways to keep playing the game to challenge themselves, ways like soloing Polluted Wastelands 2 for a secret achievement, or being the entire main game solo, or being a challenge using modifiers, maxing skill tree, completing all mission quests, PvP, and maybe even more in the future. But it all fails at that. Polluted as it stands is really unfun and unrewarding. First of all, the easiest and fastest strategies require spatial towers like Swarmer, Firework Technician, or Biologist. The best strategies require Mercenary Base and a mechanic known as Mercenary Base Micro, where you sell and replace the tower many times to fill up the map with as many right guards to do as much damage as possible. A strategy that can't even be used effectively because of all the performance issues. And if you would want a different alternative, it would be to grind to max out skill tree, which could take many weeks. And secondly, Polluted is a chaotic and unpredictable mess of a game mode with too many enemies that make each game different. And I just gotta give it to TDS that they made the worst enemy concept in tower defense history ever. Mutagenic Blight. This enemy makes enemies really fast, makes them double HP, or even both in just a matter of seconds. And can be summoned by nuclear monster randomly, and then it's impossible to win, regardless of your load.
But I remember back when this mode released, nuclear monster was like, not nuclear monster, whatever the frick this bear trap guy is, I think it's Abomination. He was treated like a Vaughn, bro. He was insane. You had to get a max out.
Not without abusing everything the game has. It just doesn't feel worth it, grinding this much for a single game mode to solo when it's not even that rewarding or fun to beat. Soloing all game modes could have been alright if it wasn't for Polluted and Hidden Wave, because Hidden Wave has the same problem with Mercenary Base, where it is impossible to micro under heavy lag. Not even attempting challenges using modifiers feels fun. It's only
Polluted, from what I heard, Hidden Wave already lags you, so you got
purposes for Fallen, and it has already been discovered that there's no challenge by adding any special modifier combo. And lastly, PvP is just dead for reasons I won't start to talk about. Edited video guides, rankings, things that can be uploaded in a matter of hours. And the game itself doesn't even allow high quality content. If you ponder too long making a big video, you will end up being behind schedule because pray for the development team to do good. have money and be successful in their own right, and be able to make a good game for players to enjoy after a long day of school, college, work. This game has been part of our lives.
Yeah, because keep in mind, this game used to be a school project that turned into all of this shit.
It's one that brought us healthier to just acknowledge that the TDS developers are humans too, and that they, like us, simply try to fulfill a role in life to make it a better place, not just for themselves, but for others too. Because pointing out life in hate and disappointment.
I mean, obviously, I'm gonna still hate on this game right now. Let's go to the TDS wiki to just go show what I hate. Here, Tower Defense Simulator wiki. All right, here. We're gonna go to the wiki real quick. All right. This is gonna make the video run time probably like 10 more minutes longer. I don't care. All right, towers. We're gonna go to towers. I have no issues on starter. I think they're perfectly fine right now. They just need remodels, except for paint bar. What the like? They should remove him, honestly. I think farm needs a rework. It's like really outdated. It's like I know that people get outraged by it, but I think it just needs a redesign over a rework. Honestly, just redesign. Turret looks like that now. Okay, it kind of looks like Gatling gun. I thought it was Gatling gun in that video. Wow. Gatling, I think, is a really stupid addition to this game. I'm gonna be honest. Hardcore towers. I think all of these are good. Maybe Brawler was a little bit brain dead when it came out, but still. Goldens. I think Pyro and Scout really need a rework. That's about it. Gladiator needs a rework. He used to be like the best event tower, and now he's ass. Like I think he's only better than Snowball. These are supposed to be hardcore towers. Well, I think this one's supposed to be a dev, but this was meant to be a hardcore tower, and it has not released. I don't think it's gonna release because of tower battles in TDX, because it was literally just tower battles for off, in my opinion. All right, here, let's go to game modes. I just want to show you my hatred for Molten mode by looking at half of the enemies. Okay, here, we're gonna go to SCP 939. Okay, and we're gonna go. Oh, wait, here, we're just gonna go images, and we're gonna go SCP 610. So you could see what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, here. Where are the enemies? All right, here. We're gonna go to Molten Golf first. They look like some 610 shit I would see. Okay. Like, I get that they're trying to like. I don't know. I don't understand the theme of them being molten. Like, I understand this being molten, but this one has no fire around it. It just looks like a demon. This one. or I could call it the Draco Blast from Combat Initiation. I don't know about that one. Like, I don't see how they're molten other than the fire. And this one's not even molten. I'm pretty sure it's a summon from that, but still, that's pushing it because the only thing that they have fire is the fucking scythe. That's pushing it. I see this as a molten. I agree, this is a molten. Bulkwork, no. Molten Titan, yes. Executioner, no. It's only 35 now. Okay. Summoner, no. Like, this looks like a fucking Pokemon, man. No. I'm gonna hate on this. I'm gonna hate on this real quick. All right, let's go to Molten Boss. I kind of just want to show what I like about Molten Boss compared to this real quick. All right, here. Compared to the designs, they keep the nail in there. They keep the emblem. They keep pieces of the armor. They lose the scythe. What else? That's really about it. Sure, this is really, really outdated, you know, but I still think it's better than the other one because of just just the theme of it, really. Because, like, I mean, just, like, comparing this design to this one, like, sure, this one's more modern and more, like, detailed. Not using, like, Roblox, like, basic message, but I just feel like there's a certain charm to this that this isn't replicating. Like, when I go to Fallen King, okay. Okay, here, we're going to look at Modern and Legacy. The only thing I dislike about this version of Fallen King is that he looks more like a knight than a king, but still, I think that this is an amazing design. Like, I feel like those look great, but this one, they look more like a knight than a king, other than the crown. Like, if they had this helmet on the original design, I would think it was a Fallen Knight or something. So, yeah. Alright, let's see. I think this is a really good redesign. I think Awakened is also good. If I can find Awakened. Yeah, this is Awakened. I like the purple theming. This is like the only thing I understand about EXO is that like it's a super buff version of him apparently from using the God Cube. I wonder if they have the gallery of the old version of him. Yeah. This was the scrap version of Fallen King and Airbuster that I saw spawned in a couple times. Present on certain images for the game. Okay. What else? Here. Let's go to events. Let's go to events. Let's go to events real quick. It'll let me. It'll let me go to events. Right here. Let's go to limited events. There's apparently 37. I'm gonna ignore the April Fool's one. Well, Area 50. The ones I didn't play. I did not play you. I did not play you. I played you. I did not play you, but I saw videos on it. I just think that it's a slightly better version of this, even though I was pushing it. That does not count as an event. I think that this is honestly better than the new version. It's not even because of the nostalgia. I just think that half of the map getting randomly destroyed, and like, oh no, all my towers are fucking gone. Now the ice sphere is here. Great. I fucking lose the game. Let's see. Halloween 19 I didn't play. 2020. That was Sinister? Damn, that was Sinister? I didn't know it was Sinister. I played a little bit of that. I think it was good. It was good. 2025, I have no comments on. Currently, I was waiting for it to finish. Hexscape, I played the first part. I saw whatever the fuck the Draco Bloxer is, and I instantly stopped playing. Krampus, I thought was an alright event. It could have been better. Lunar Overture, I think it was very good in the first act. The second act was alright. The third act was really bad. Rushed. I didn't beat it even after the R6. I didn't want to touch it after the first time playing it. That was a hell. That was also the main reason why I stopped playing the game that much, was because of that. Metaverse, that was ass. I'm gonna be for real. Null and Void, no comment. No comment currently. Ice, I think it's just a worse version of the original. Don't get out. This is an event. PvP was horrible. I don't see how that's an event either. Not an event. Sloth, did not play. Solar Eclipse, the best event. I'm not gonna have to explain why it's currently this is the best event. You can't describe. You can't. I didn't play you. I played you. But I don't count that as an event. All right, here we're going to the Roblox events. All right, here the classic, very good. Very good. It's probably their best currently. Hatch, I didn't play anything on the Hatch. The Hunt was just the worst version of the classic. Wait, no, not the Hunt. The Hunt is the good one, and the classic is the horrible one. The classic one sucked. Sorry. The Hunt is the good one because it had like the original core blocks theme and shit. This was just a sloppy version of that, and then this was just a worse version of these. Takeover, I don't need to explain. TDX, if please note, it was alright. Violet Knight. Horrible version of Duck Hunt. I'm not talking about it. What the hell is this? Oh, is this the farm skin? Alright, here. Yeah, I mean, that's really all my gripes. Maybe I could talk about, like, challenges, wherever the mode is. Like, Badlands, maybe. But, yeah, I think that this game has a lot of flaws. It will eventually get improved upon. Yeah, this video is almost 50 minutes, so it's slightly longer than the original video, but yeah.